As we told you earlier in the newscast, it didn't take Kinston City leaders long to fill the void left by the Down East Wood Ducks departure. They announced this new independent league team, and they'll start playing in the spring. And today's announcement was like going back to the future for old guys like myself. Former Kinston Indians owner Cam McRae back at the minor league baseball game. He and his ownership group unveiled a new Down East River Dogs logo. Check out the wood duck in the dog's mouth, by the way. Cam says he was convinced by former Parks and Rec director Bill Ellis to get back in, and he's bringing back former K-Tribe manager Shari Massengill as the new GM.
This is the gathering place for everybody in this community, and not just in Kinston, but in eastern North Carolina. This is where we come. It's a common bond right here.
Wow, it's great to be coming back home to Kinston after 14 years of being out of the state, really, or the area, and be able to work with the people that I worked with back, 14 years ago. It's awesome.
I just think it fits in this community. A lot of outdoors people, fishing, hunting. We do it all, and just kind of catchy. But we like it. It's been received real well. We're excited about that. The Down East Bird Dawgs.
It's just been a team effort with the city, the county, tourism, the ownership group. We're just excited to have professional baseball continue at historic Ranger Stadium.
This one's different now. Independent league is a little bit different. How you work it?
For people that remember back, the Eagles was the last independent league we had here. We had a great time. We're going to make baseball fun again in Kinston. I promise people that when you come out of the games, everything's going to be fun, lively, and we will have an entertainment show for you to come and visit.
When Old School brought back Shari as GM, what was that decision?
It was a no-brainer. Woman Executive of the Year for baseball. She's a great GM. She knows Kinston. She knows the people, and we're just excited to have her back.
I think it's just, I was born and raised here in Kinston, and just the opportunity to come back with a new team and a new brand, and I had the opportunity to be with a new brand in Gwinnett, and it was so much fun. But to come back here to my hometown of Kinston and to meet the community again and to be acquainted with all of you guys again, it's just, words can't even describe it. But I think a lot of it is really going to be like it was when Kinston was here. It's very similar to minor league team. You've got 52 home games versus 72, but it's set up like the minor leagues are now, where you're home for 2 weeks and away for 2 weeks. You got to do the same things. You got to book buses and hotels, and you got to get people in butts in seats, man.
And the players are different, right? You're not assigned the players, so you have to find your own players.
So that's going to be the biggest difference. Is my first task is going to be to find a coach, a manager, and then that manager is going to be finding players. That is definitely not something I've had to do. The last few years it's been that way in the CPL, but it was the same way. The coach found the players, and the team came together. So I'm sure it's going to work out that way here as well.
It means a tremendous baseball market with passionate fans, a welcoming community, and an outstanding stadium gets to join us. We're the lucky ones here. We are so excited. The history, the passion, as we were going through the process, I spoke with many people that played here, managed here, Major League scouts that have come through here about what's it like in Kinston, and they were just overwhelming with praise for the way they were treated and how passionate and how involved the fan base is to make this work.
All right, explain to people, this has been an affiliated franchise for years. What's the difference with independent league as far as running the franchise now?
So we are technically called a Major League Baseball Professional Partner League. So we have the official tie to Major League Baseball, but instead of we're an affiliated league, they're one-to-one with a specific Major League organization. The partner leagues work through the Major League Baseball central office. All 30 teams can send us ball players. Any one of the 30 teams can take our ball players with them. Because of that, though, our team manager is the one who puts together the roster, so we're able to have more regionalized rosters. Just this past season, we had 12 North Carolina universities represented in the Frontier League. Duke, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, and UNC East Carolina, UNC Wilmington, UNC Asheville, Gardner-Webb, High Point. I'm sure there are many others that send players to the Frontier League. So we'll be able to have a regional-based roster for probably at least half of the ball players will be people familiar to the Down East community. We just finished our 32nd season. We've got many teams that are 20-plus years in that are still setting attendance records every year. We set a league attendance record for the 3rd consecutive season. Every one of our clubs increased their average attendance from 2023 going into 2024.
Everybody's going to like names, though. Give me some of your notable alumni that have played in the Frontier League during these 32 years.
The most recent one to get called up was Kumar Rocker. He was the 3rd overall draft pick by the Texas Rangers. He was drafted by the Mets, failed his physical, did rehab, came to us for about 8 weeks in the 2022 season just to show that he was healthy. Wound up being drafted 3rd overall by Texas and just made his Major League debut last week. We've got guys like Nick Anderson, who has a World Series ring. We have guys like Justin Christian, was an outfielder for the Giants on their World Series team. Tanner Rourke represented Team USA in the World Baseball Classic.